This evening, we've hit the halfway point in the regular season for high school football. Tonight, the Vikings are hoping to stretch their winning streak to 4 games and improve the record to 4-1. Meanwhile, the Comets offenses have been struggling to score points, but they hope to have a chance to do that and pick a road win tonight. The Vikings and the Comets are next on ICRC-TV. Good evening, everybody. My name is Logan Dyer alongside Bill Bretz. Bill's going to do play-by-play tonight. I'm doing color. Kyle Evans couldn't make it tonight due to a family emergency. You're looking at the presentation on the field pregame for the Flags. And we are going to have a good game on tap tonight. We're going to look at a couple different keys from last game from 2023 as we have a kickoff here. Bill, you want to take it away?
Sure, Logan. And I want to apologize to people right now. And like I said, we wish the best to Kyle tonight that he could make a family emergency. Usually I have about 2 hours of prep time. I only had about 15 minutes tonight. So I apologize for that. But I know Logan's going to help me through this. So,
yes.
But anyway, but I do have a lot of facts and stuff here about these teams that we'll share as we goes on here. And here's D'Angelo Birch. He is the quarterback for the Princeton Vikings. Princeton won the toss, and they have deferred, as most teams have done. So that's going to put Mason on the field, and it's going to put their quarterback.
And if we could look at that again, D'Angelo Birch, 657 yards, a couple touchdowns on the season. He's an all-purpose player for the Vikings.
And Birch, Sheffrey has got the first, we're showing his number is 11. Sheffy had the first completed pass for about 2 yards to his tight end. It was number 87, Miller Reed. So that's up at 2nd and 8 now for the Comets. And the give is to his running back.
Looks to be number 5.
And that's number 5. You're correct, and that would be Temi, and you got the last name.
Adesani. Like the fighter.
There you go.
Like the fighter.
Well, he's going to be fighting tonight. So Temi Adesani.
Yeah, he's definitely one of Mason's top players. I had him as a key player. However, last-minute decision, we actually changed it to the cornerback, and we'll get that graphic up here shortly at some point.
Third and 4 now for the Comets. Screen pass. It is complete, and it's going to be short of a first down. So it's going to Comets are going to be 3 and out here in the first series. It's 4th and short, and I do not see them going for it this early in a game at this.
Nice little screen pass, just not able to get the first down as the offense is coming off the field and the punting team is on the way to the field now.
C.J. Kastner was the receiver, and he was about a yard short. So the Vikings now are going to get the ball, and are going to get in fairly good field position.
Take a moment and highlight. It's 85 degrees under mostly cloudy skies.
Oh, that punt was almost blocked, and a fair catch made by number 3, Antonio Hunter. He's senior. And the Vikings are going to have great field position in Mason territory to start the first drive of the game.
And here is a look at number 16. That is cornerback Kaiser Wilhelm. 2024 season, 2 interceptions. He leads the GMC, 1 forced fumble and 1 fumble return. Or 1 fumble recovered, sorry. As the Comets are on defense now, looking to try to hold Princeton to either a field goal or nothing.
D'Angelo Birch, first play of the game is a pass. It is completed. Completed number 7, looks like it was. And their numbers are hard to read right now from up this high. It looked like number 8, didn't it? Paul Nelson?
It looked like. Can we get we're going to get a replay of that here.
2nd and short now for the Vikings. The Mason 40. The give is to, oh no, it's a keeper And he's going all the way down inside. I tell you what, they have fooled me, and they probably fooled most of Mason's defense right now.
Good quarterback keep there by D'Angelo Burge, as he's able to pick up plenty of yards for the first down and more.
They're into the red zone right now at the 14-yard line.
Take a look here.
Yeah, he had our cameraman fooled.
Yeah, he had the cameraman fooled too.
So, good play. Andrew Parker is the coach of Princeton, who had great success over at Winton Woods. Came over here a few years back and has done very, very good here, very well here. Pistol formation. D'Angelo Birch's pass, back to pass. And it's a short pass.
Completion to number 9.
Landon Myrie. He's a junior. He's a leading receiver for the Vikings right now, coming into the game. 2nd and 5. Ball at the 10-yard line. Birch back, and it's a pitch. The pitch is to number 3, and he's into the end zone. It's Antonio Hunter for the first score of the game here with 8:22 to go. And they wasted no time scoring on that one.
Yeah, they wasted no time. They got in and were able to make some plays. And the big play of the drive there was that quarterback keep. And they're able to find the end zone for the touchdown. As we look at it again, here's the little pitch to the outside. And, just a little outside run there and able to find his way in the end zone. Princeton strikes first.
Cole Kimball now trying to put on point number 7, and it is good. So with 8:22 to go here in the first quarter, Princeton strikes first. Mason was 3 and out. They got good field position, and they made the most of it. And their first drive is the Vikings are up 7-0. As we said, Antonio Hunter, 8-yard. We'll give him an 8-yard run on that particular play. Mason, they're coached by Brian Kastner. Brian's been over there for a few years at Mason. Has done a good job over that program over the years. So, interesting fact here, though. So I'll probably have factoids for you all night here, Logan. Mason has never won a GMC football title, but they have won the All-Sports Trophy every year they've been in the league. They've never won a football title over all those years. They've been runner-up 4 times, but never been a football title.
So I've got a factoid for you,
okay,
Mr. Bill Bretz. Princeton is 28-time GMC champions.
Right.
22 solo champions, 8 co-champions, or 6 co-champions rather, excuse me.
Yeah, and they won
last year.
Yeah, they won last year for the first time in about 20 years, and the kickoff into the end zone. It's going to come out to 25. Princeton, the GMC started in 1967. Princeton won the first 19 titles in the GMC. And, of course, we talk about this being Jake Sweeney Stadium, but this is Pat Mancuso Field. Pat Mancuso, the legendary coach at Princeton. And we were actually going to talk with him at halftime tonight. He usually comes to the games. He's a little bit under the weather, but so he's not going to be here tonight. So if we ever pick up Princeton anymore this season, hopefully we get Coach Mancuso. I've talked to him a few years ago. He is a great interview, very interesting guy. He's one of these guys you want to sit down for 2 hours and talk football with.
Of course, definitely.
He knows it all. Mason's second set. Not going to go anywhere.
Ran into a wall of Vikings. Yeah, it's really, honestly, just not getting anywhere with the Princeton defense right there to snuff the hole. And that brings up a second down, 2nd and about 8.
Yeah, 2nd and 8 for the
Comets. About last season, they finished 5-5, 5-4 in conference. Postseason wins against Lebanon, Milford. They lost to Moeller 38-3, and like you said, never have won the GMC title. However, they have won the All-Sports title.
We had a motion penalty on Princeton on that last play. Or on Mason, I'm sorry, brings the ball back about 5 yards. So the ball now at 17-yard line. Step up a 2nd and about 13.
And like I mentioned, the weather out here, 85 degrees, mostly cloudy. Today it was really hot. It was a high of 93 degrees. Humidity was a little bit lower than normal.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's been hot lately, but we haven't had the typical Cincinnati humidity.
Correct. We're going to have a timeout here in Mason, and we'll step away for a few moments. We'll be back with more after this.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up, and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
All right, back here at Princeton High School, Bill Bretz, Logan Dyer. Sorry, I took your open. I took your open away.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Ashton Chef was scrambling in that backfield, couldn't find a receiver open, tried to run it himself, and actually looks like he lost a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and long. So the Vikings can hold him now. They're going to get good field position once again.
It's going to be 3rd and 14 per the scoreboard. I got a weird angle of the scoreboard from where I'm sitting. Sun setting here in Cincinnati and Sharonville. We're actually in Sharonville, but outskirts of Cincinnati. Got the interstate right there behind us.
Yep, trips to his left. Let's see when he goes that direction. He is headed that direction. And the pass is good to number 2. That is C.J. Kastner. That's his second pass of the night. But he is going to be short.
I wonder if they go for it on this one.
I don't know. They're not the same situation we were before, and they're not. I think it's really too early in the game right now. They're down 7-0. They don't want to give Princeton any more position than they're giving them now.
You're correct, yeah. They want to make sure they can get a little bit more punting position here, so they're going to set up for the punt.
And Princeton's coming. They came to last time. They almost got him to last time. This fair catch. Did he do a fair catch?
He did not. He did not signal for a fair catch.
I looked down there and I thought his arm went up, but it did not.
Nope, he did not signal for a fair catch. I was watching that same thing just to see. Here we go. Here's a replay of it.
Well, and that's Hunter. If you don't signal a fair catch, you're fair game.
Yes, you are. You're fair game, and if you don't signal a fair catch, you're going to get hit. Is that the special teams coming? So a little bit better part for Mason. Rather, still pretty good field position for the Vikings as they are on the
49-yard line. Yeah, 49 of the Comets. D'Angelo Birch goes back to work, and once again passing to his back out of the backfield, and he's got a first down and more as he's wrestled down.
That was a very good scrum there. We're gonna get another look at it here. That's number 6 or 0, sorry, rather. It's a first down. Good little pass, good read.
David Hamrick, that's his favorite back there as far as running back goes. He's the leading running back. So Hamrick gets about 11, gets a first down ball at the 41-yard line.
Birch is a solid quarterback. I kind of did a little bit of research on him in the week prior.
And we have a penalty coming in from the backfield, which means that's usually a hold.
Officials are pointing towards the Mason Comets. We'll get the call here from
our official. We did not get our officials' names tonight. We're going to try to get them at halftime so we can tell you what they are. Oh, chop block, it looked like. And it's against Princeton because it's going to bring the ball back into Vikings territory for the first time tonight.
Yeah, so a chop block brings them back. As you see, a little hold there, possible hold. not called.
Little hole, little chop rock, little everything.
Little everything on that play. Yeah, we'll try to get the officials' names from the press box around halftime.
Birch back to pass, and it is intercepted. Picked off by 0. That's Preston Equasta. And Birch throws his second interception of the season.
You know,
and I tell you, that was dangerous coverage right there.
That was. We were talking about number 16, Wilhelm, actually.
Yeah.
And left out number 0, you know. Dangerous coverage, two against 1. Position for the Comets. They can score here and even this game up.
4:57 to go here in quarter number 1. Vikes scored first. Comets a little momentum now. They're on the field here at the Princeton 35-yard line.
And we'll do our best to get some scores around the league tonight. I'll start researching those on X.
There you go. Ashton Chef keeps it himself. Picks up about 2-3 yards. The problem about Mason so far is they're setting up a 2nd and long each time, putting a little bit of pressure on the offense.
Yeah, they keep setting up 2nd and long. They need to set up they need to gain a couple more yards on that first play of each drive and maybe look to pass the ball instead of running the ball.
Ashton has an empty backfield. He doesn't. He was under center. I looked down here. And the give to Hamrick. Hamrick inside the 37 down to about the 36-yard line. I think that's where they'll mark it. So it's going to be 3rd and long. Mason got first turnover of the night. Trying to make it a score for them, but they have a 3rd and long right now.
They need to pick up this first down. If they don't, they would be within field goal range, but I would definitely say they need this first down to solidify at least a field goal.
This might be 4-down territory. And the pass is short. Now let's see if they go for it. It's 4th and about 6.
It was intended for number 10, which is Brandon Dunn, star receiver.
They're going to go for it, which is wise to do right now because, you know, if you punt it in the end zone, you only got about a 12-yard differential, so you might as well go for it.
The officials trying to get the clock reset.
Game clock is going now. I don't know if they want the clock to be moving or not. The clock has stopped.
Clock is supposed to stop on a.
It was stopped. It should have been stopped because it was an incomplete pass. Correct.
Clock, because I think the clock may have been moving. I think they're going to try to get somebody on the Princeton sideline to radio up and see if they can get them to fix the clock.
They keep the official time on the field. So, talking it over right now.
Definitely going to try to get the officials' names during halftime. I will work on that. That'll be my task for the night.
There you go. Everybody needs a task for the night.
Yeah.
It's a great press box up here. We like doing games over here.
Yeah,
nice. Princeton's always.
This is the first time I've been here.
Yeah, they've always treated you well over here. We've actually been in the press box on the other side. That's probably maybe Pat Mancuso's press box. That's what he watches the game from a press box up here when he is here.
4th down for the Comets.
4th down. Man in motion, Kastner. And quarterback's going to take it himself. Action. He is going to be short. He stretched his arm out, but he was going to be way short. And the Vikings take over on downs.
Turnover on downs. Good defense there by the Vikings, rather. I'm sorry, excuse me. Our quarterback Sheffer's not able to get the first down, so turnover on downs, and we'll see if Princeton can pick up from where they left off. They got to go almost the length of the field for another score, and we'll see if they decide not to throw in that two-man coverage.
Well, they've had 2 possessions. One resulted in a touchdown. The other one resulted in an interception. D'Angelo Birch in the backfield.
It was an interception last year, and I wrote this down, and it's over here.
Meanwhile, though, a great open field tackle made by Mason.
It was a Mason interception last year that got things going, and then Princeton had an interception as well to ice the game last year. I believe that was at Mason, where Princeton defeated Mason 20-3.
Kudos are Armin Garnett of Mason. Good open field tackle this time, though. Princeton bowls forward, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to be looking now at a 3rd and long.
Looks like a 3rd and 13.
Actually lost a yard on that play. The ball at the 26-yard line.
Mason defense is stepping up. This was one of the keys that I had. Mason's defense had to step up and come to play tonight. They have come so far.
Birch back to pass. He's going to keep it himself. He's running now. He's up to about the 39-yard line, but he's going to be short. Princeton's going to be kicking.
He had an open man here on the right side, as you see here, D'Angelo Birch. He's a running quarterback. He can run. He's like Lamar Jackson type, and not able to get the first down. So it's 3 and out for Princeton, and now Mason looking to come back on offense and try to turn out.
So Princeton is going to be punting. Nice punt. And it gets a great Princeton bounce, but unfortunately it was out of bounds. I tell you, if that stayed in bounds, Logan, they would have had some great field position down there.
Yeah, they would have been all the way back down to just about the 1-yard line. There was a guy, looks like it's number 37.
Which would be Deshaun Perkins-Smith, Jr.
He was there and ready to pounce on that ball had it got down to in between the 10 or 5-yard line. So Mason sets up now on the 30. And we'll see what the Comets can do here on this next drive. Back to last season, the scoring summary from last year's game. In the first quarter, a Princeton touchdown passing extra point was good, 7-0. Second quarter, Princeton touchdown, punt return. The extra point was good. It was an 81-yard punt return. In the third quarter, a field goal by Parker Evans for Princeton, 25-yard field goal. In the fourth quarter, Mason got on the board with a 34-yard field goal from Max Gogol. And also in the fourth quarter, Cole Kimball, who we'll see in this game, or we have already seen so far, a 33-yard Princeton field goal.
We're looking down the field here if we got a man injured or not. Actually, the officials are just talking out in the middle of the field, so I don't see anybody down.
Looks like maybe
one of the officials down.
Maybe one of the officials.
All right, well, maybe we will take a step out here for just a moment, and we'll come back. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
First item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Princeton mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas.
Himself, Inside the 10. Touchdown, Marymount.
From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
Okay. The person hurt in the field was our head referee, and he has gone to the tent. So
looks like he's going to take a break and maybe get some. They're looking at his foot. They're looking at his ankle down here on the sideline. I'm looking down just from us here at the press box, and yeah, this guy's in my way. I can't really see what's going on. But they're looking at his ankle. It looks like he might have rolled it. He's gonna sit back, and the medical team's gonna look at him, and tryouts on scene. So always good to have them here.
Anasani with about 5-yard run is going to set up now a second and about 8 for the Comets. Now this year they have gone to 6-man crews for most games. It's optional this year. Sometimes they have 5, sometimes they have 6, but they do have a 6-man crew out here tonight. So they do have 5 officials on the field right now. And we
have another timeout. Mason.
Yeah, and Mason's
called second timeout.
Interesting.
38 seconds left to go in the first quarter here. We'll step away and be back in just a moment after this Mason timeout.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best.
Back here at Princeton High School as we get set for a 2nd and 7 here for Mason. Little shuffle pass, and it falls incomplete. Bill ran next door to grab officials' names. There, he's back now, so we're good. All right, so we got tonight's officials: Jerry Einsfield, Dave Stout, Aaron Sigmund, Matt Johnson, John Milski, and our center judge is Ronald Thompson. I believe
it's the head official.
Yeah, head official.
Referee. So it's Jerry.
Jerry Einsfield is the official that is being attended to on the sideline. Looks like they're taping up above his knee. Because I'm looking down at the sideline now.
Meanwhile, it is 3rd and about 7 for the Comets. Chef back to pass. He's rushed, and he is knocked down. He had to hurry up that pass. Sets up 4th down situation. Once again, the Comets are going to be punting him. Once again, the Vikings are going to get fairly good field position.
Very good field position for the Vikings as the Comets were not able to convert on that 3rd down. So they've converted on 1 3rd down so far.
Kick is good. It's a high kick. And it is going to take a Comets bounce down to about the 35-yard line. So about a 32, 33-yard punt. And Princeton's going to get fairly good field position here. We got 16 seconds to go in this quarter, so probably about enough time for one more play. And we'll have 1 quarter in the books. The Vikings scored on their first possession of the game, and that has been our only score so far.
The Princeton band is playing Narco, that is Edwin Diaz's walk-up song or walk-in song for the Mets.
Oh man, you know all the kinds of stuff here. So
a little bit of
Angelo Birch, a great pass over the middle, slant pattern. That is to Antonio Hunter.
And it's enough for a Vikings first down.
Antonio Hunter scored the touchdown. The clock is ticking down, and they're not going to run another play here, as we are going to go to the second quarter with the Vikings up 7-0. We'll be back for second quarter action. Don't go away.
First quarter with your Princeton Vikings 7 and Mason Comets 0.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason. Thank you.
A place to make my own, a place that I call home, this place that I call home.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
As we're back here at
Second quarter, it will be Vikings first down.
we have lost sound.
Oh.
I can't hear anything. I don't know.
And I think we're back, so we're going to be calling the game, even though I don't hear my fellow announcer here.
It'll be second down for the Vikings.
And it is a second down for the Vikings. Ball on the 49-yard line. We got our stat sheet up here. We'll kind of look over that here and get a minute. Play action. This is kept by Birch. Birch has got a first down and more inside the 30-yard line. He picked up about 13, 14 on that play, on a play action, and he kept it himself.
I think I fixed it.
No, okay, good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good.
I can hear you now.
All right, cool. Good. I can hear you.
I hope everybody else can hear us out there. So, but Birch with the first down run, although they not have moved. I haven't seen any flags on the field. They haven't moved down marker yet.
There is a flag on the field according to.
Okay, there is a flag in the field, and it's a hold. So that wipes out that run. Hold is on the Vikings.
So some first half stats.
Not much.
Yeah, not much on the stats there. First downs, the Vikings picked up 4 of them. Here's the touchdown that we
Hunter.
had. The first touchdown of the game.
The only touchdown of the game. D'Antonio Hunter on the 8-yard sweep.
4 plays, 47 yards. It was a 9-yard run. We gave them 8. So the press box gave him an extra yard.
I'm not sure he probably likes that. So he gets another yard. Play action again. Birch, catch is made out at about the 30-yard line. And it was to number 9. That was Landon Myrie. Landon Myrie is his favorite receiver out there. Myrie. This time no flags on the field, so the markers are moving about 15-yard, 20-yard.
It was a good pass. I want to see, can we get another look at that replay one more time, please, in the truck, if we can. That was a good pass, good read. Was just and the yards after catch would have been big had they had Mason not been there.
Meanwhile, though, pitches to Hunter. He comes around the right side and picks up about 3 or 4 yards. See where they're going to mark it. We're going to give him about 4. No, they keep moving it down. We're going to give him 5 on that one. Ball at just inside of the 25-yard line of the Comets. Princeton came in with a 12-game win streak over 2 years in the GMC. Their last loss was to the Mason Comets.
You know, Princeton is loving the Princeton's loving the run game. Four rushes on 42 yards. Mason 7 rushes on 14 yards. Not really getting anywhere, as another rush was down on the field.
We did not see who that was. These numbers are hard to pick up from this distance up here where we are.
There's a run by number 0. That would be
0. That would be David Hamrick. I think Hamrick was the other one, too. Hamrick rumbles inside of the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal, it looks like now.
A little quick hurry-up offense there.
Hamrick again.
Fumble.
And he loses the ball, fumbles, it falls on the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown.
That's going to be number 53. It's an O-line. That's an offensive line guy who just decides to pick up the football, and he falls on the ground.
Kerry Williams fell on the fumble in the end zone. Now, you talk about a highlight for him. So
there was a game over the weekend I was watching. I think it was the Kansas City game against the Bengals. It was an O-line. It was the O-line guy. He had reported eligible and was able to catch a touchdown. O-line doesn't usually get that kind of look, you know. So
nope. Campbell puts that ball high in the air for point number 14.
That ball might still be flying.
So I don't know, Kerry. Do they give him?
So here's a look at it again. The fumble was right before the end zone. The ball had crossed the end zone, and the guy who falls on it, number 53, that would be
53. Okay, let me make sure we got the name right. Yeah, Kerry Williams.
And then he takes a tumble there at the end. He's so excited. These kids get excited after a touchdown like that, and especially him. Like he gets the gold chain and everything.
Well, you know what? That's a kind of touchdown. You're an O-lineman. You're going to be talking to your grandkids about that one years from now.
You know,
I remember the game in which I scored the touchdown. Now, you know what? Do they officially give him 1 yard?
That is a good question. We'll have to check on that.
Because he fell in the end zone, so he has actually no yards for that touchdown. It doesn't make any difference. The Vikes have put up 14 points on the board here.
A touchdown is a touchdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that interception for the Mason Comets was actually Presto Estenosta for 21 yards. Let's go ahead and go back to that. I just want to make sure that was noted there. So Presto was able to get on that and sniff that one out as we are set for the kickoff there. It's going to way out of bounds.
Cole Kimball.
He's got a foot.
He does, and it's out of bounds. He's got a foot, but we haven't talked about the Mason field goal kicker, though.
We have not.
Yeah.
That would be
Max Gogol.
Max Gogol.
Listen, I mean, usually this stat kind of when I saw this, and I go, wait a minute. He's 4 for 4 in PATs. Okay, that's fine. He's 6 for 8 in field goals. He has more field goals than PATs.
You know, we had talked. Me and you both briefly talked to a assistant coach for the Comets down on the field, and I'll tell you, his exact words was, "He's a dog." I mean, he is a dog. That was his exact words when we brought up the kicker.
You can keep the game close. That's the guy you want.
Exactly. That's why you drafted. Well, you know, Bengals drafted a kicker, a.k.a. Evan McPherson.
Right.
Money Mac. Little side run there.
And he only gets, even got back to maybe the line of scrimmage.
Yep, 2nd and 10. Pretty close game, pretty good game right now. Definitely would like to see Mason get on the board here. They need to start getting their offense together if they want to keep this one close.
Max Gogol, by the way, is only a junior.
So he'll be back next year.
Yep. Oh, it's a botched snap and fallen on by the quarterback. But they lose another about 5 or 6 yards. third and a bunch of real estate right now.
There's a replay of the snap. It just went through the legs of Sheffer, and he's able to fall on it. So as Bill said, that brings up a 3rd and 18. Yeah, noted last week against Hamilton, I noted down the possession time, 25 minutes and 25 seconds for the Mason Comets. They held the ball for a good amount of time, only able to score 3 points.
Yep.
They had 101 total yards against 227. They gave up 227 to Hamilton.
Chef back to pass. Nobody's open. Now he's got a man open. And it's good. The catch is good by number 10. That's Brandon Dunn. He is close to the first down marker. Let's see if they're going to move it. Looks like they are going to move those markers.
Might actually, yep, they're going to move it. First down for the Comets. Might actually try to get a measurement.
Well, the 4th down is still showing there, and it's right at the marker.
Oh, they marked it short.
So let's see. Are they going to measure? Or are they going to just, no, they're going to keep it with they have to get to the 45-yard line. They're about 2 feet short. They're going to go for it. Looks like he's just going to push ahead. And I think they got it.
Oh, my. What in the world's going on over here? After the play, number 58 for the Comets, there's going to be a flag on the field, I believe. I don't see a flag.
I don't see a flag, although
I see an orange marker.
The Vikings are pointing the other way. That came well after the play was over with, and it is a first down. They had to get to that 45-yard line, but that ball.
That was a wrestling move tackle there. That the Vikings really wanted that. They wanted an unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct penalty there, but not able to get it. So the Comets pick up the first down. That's their first down.
That was going to be their first down.
Yep.
Kastner in motion. Chef back. He's looking that direction now. He is getting nowhere, and we have penalty flag coming in from the defensive side. Let's see if one of those officials what they saw.
Looking here, just able to. He's not able to find anybody open, so he decided to start running the ball.
I don't know if there was a hold on a run or what. Let's see what they're going to mark. Face mask
against the Vikings. That's
wow.
going to be a first down.
That's huge. That's 15 yards. That marks the ball all the way down to the 38-yard line. Coach Parker does not like to see penalties like that.
Each team had one penalty in the first quarter. Mason 1 penalty for 5 yards. Princeton 1 penalty for 15 yards. Penalties are a thing for the Vikings. That was one of my keys to the game prior to coming into tonight.
On a signing with a run, he picks up maybe about 3 or 4 yards. Sets up a 2nd and long. And we talked about this before, Logan. They need to get more yardage on these first down runs because they're setting themselves up for. You don't open your playbook up so much when you have 2nd and about 6 or 7, and that's what they have had almost all night.
Yeah, they're setting themselves up on. They need more more yards on the runs on that first play because they're setting themselves up for a long 3rd down. As there's a flag thrown in, it's going to be a false start.
It's going to be a procedure on the Comets. The Vikings were showing blitz that time. So we're going back and forth here.
See this last play here.
Oh, yeah, I think the receivers took off.
Receivers took off
too soon, yeah.
Ball's in the air. Yeah.
So I think it looked like number 9 was took off a bit too soon. So now instead of 2nd and about 7, it's 2nd and about 12.
Need a good pass play here for the Comets, and that's what they're going to look to do.
Chef, nope, he's not going anywhere. He is sacked.
Able to get in there, number 17 for the Vikings.
Jamison Overson, he is a senior, 6'3", 290 pounds.
Able to get to the quarterback there and take him down. That's a sack.
So it is now 3rd and about 15. Maybe even more than that. They have to get down to the 28-yard line. They're at the 45 now, so it's 3rd and 17. Trips to this side. No receivers on the other side. And they try to go reverse with Anasani. They had the trips over on this side. They didn't have anybody lined up on the other side. I think they were trying to fool that Princeton defense, but they were not fooled.
They were not. Nope. They were able to sniff that one out and able to figure it out there. So
now they are going to punt it. I tried to pin the Vikings deep in the high snap.
It's Kaiser Wilhelm.
Kick is back, and it is returnable. That is Hunter. Antonio Hunter has been the man tonight out there in the field for the Vikings. Kind of does it all out there. Yeah, nice punt return of about 20 yards. And Princeton's going to work here with fairly good field position once again.
4 minutes left to go here in the second quarter of play. We're going to head to halftime here soon, and we'll have a small halftime report from the booth tonight, me and Bill Bretz.
We'll try to get some of those scores. What's going on around here?
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, you get a little time. We'll take a little break, and then we can check over those scores. Birch. The handoff is to Hamrick. Hamrick gets about 5 yards on that play. And see, that's what you really want to do. Now it's set up second. I'm going to give you 6 on it. 2nd and 4. 2 receivers either side. Throws to the outlet pass to the running back. That's Hamrick, and he picks up first down. Clock is moving. Ball at the 44-yard line of the Vikings. Now he has what looks like almost a full house backfield. I think the give was to Hamrick.
So a couple score updates that I just received. Lakota West is up 20-0 on Middletown. Elder is up on St. X in Louisville, 14-0. And Moeller is up on St. X Cincinnati, 28-7.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
28-7. And LaSalle and Withrow tied at 7. That was 10 minutes ago. That was the end of the first quarter.
Passes.
Nice little pass. Nice yards after catch.
Passes to Brown Freeman. That's his first reception of the night, and that was a big one for about 25 yards, and that's going to take the Vikings into Mason territory.
Do you have a little update on the official down there at the sideline? He's getting reevaluated again by the Princeton medical staff.
He's got his legs all wrapped up down there.
Yep.
He might not be coming back in.
I don't think so.
There's a little pitch. Is to, I believe it's to Hamrick. I'm sorry, Hunter, number 3. Picks up about 8 yards on the first down run. 9 yards. 2nd and 1.
Anderson's up on Kings, 13-0.
Birch back to pass. He's looking deep. He's got a man open, and it's a touchdown, Vikings.
It's It's number 5.
Number 5, Tarantino Brown Freeman gets the touchdown.
It takes it 20-0 here.
That's his first touchdown pass of the year. It's his third touchdown of the year. So
Freeman able to get open there, and as soon as he caught that pass, it was 2 steps into the end zone. And here's Cole Kimball.
Birch holds for him. Kick is up. Another very high kick and in right through the uprights. And the Vikings now have put 21 on the board here, 14 in this quarter here on that touchdown run. See Mr. Brown Freeman wearing the gold down there as he has gotten his third touchdown of the year, his first one receiving. It was a beautiful touchdown pass. I don't know if we can see that once again, but it was a beautiful pass by D'Angelo Birch. It's his second touchdown pass, or sixth touchdown pass of the year.
We're going to get another look here at the touchdown from the guys in the truck. Birch, beautiful pass right through the middle and 2 steps in the end zone for Freeman as he gets the touchdown. Another update just now. St. X scored a touchdown, so it's now 28-14.
Okay.
I believe that's what I had. So Moeller up 28-14, and that is in the second quarter with 8:27 to go.
This one is 21-7.
21-0.
21-0, I'm sorry. They don't have 7 yet. 21-0 in favor of the Vikings.
The band is getting ready to take the field for the halftime show. They will take the field here in about a minute and a quarter.
I think both bands are here tonight. Masons has their band here tonight,
too.
Here's
one.
There's a long kick by Kimball and taken at the goal line by the Comets.
And they're going to try. They were going to try to run that one back.
Brandon Dunn took it at the goal line, ran it back to about this 12 or 13-yard line. So with 1:22 to go, they're going to be deep in their own territory. One thing about it is the Comets will get the ball to begin the third quarter since they won the toss and deferred.
So as long as they can keep the ball out of the Vikings' hands, they will be able to.
You know what? I'm going to renege on that. I'm sorry. Princeton won.
And they deferred. So Princeton will get the ball.
Princeton will get the ball.
So the Comets have 1 minute and 22 seconds to get down the field and score so that they can keep this game close.
88 yards they have to go. Chef with the pass, and we got a
pass interference.
Interference.
It's going to be on number 14, I believe, if that's correct. 24. Can't really see the number from up here. You're right. It's kind of hard to see those numbers.
Yeah, especially now. It's getting darker right now, but that was pass interference on the Vikings. We'll see this, and we'll see it again. Oh, yeah. He was all over him. The intended receiver was Ethan Jordan. Now, in pros, it would be at the wherever the
spot of the
foul. But in high school, it's just, I believe, a 15-yard penalty.
And an automatic first down.
For automatic first down, right. So that brings the ball out to the 30-yard line. 1:16 to go here in the second quarter. Chef back to pass, a long pass, and that is picked off.
Nobody, well, his receiver was there, but not in the vicinity. He was on his way there. And 2 Princeton Vikings were there just lying away to spies, and they able to get the pick here. We're going to look at it one more time.
We're going to look and see who got the pick because we couldn't see, once again, we couldn't see that number.
It's going to be number 23 for the Vikings.
Andrew Wells, Jr.
Andrew Wells able to pick up the interception there. Get those 15 yards back.
Now, you're right now, Logan, the Vikes might want to get a few more yards here and maybe give Cole Kimball a chance to maybe put 3 on the board.
I think Cole can put it from where they're at right now, though.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. If they were going to kick it right now, that would be 49 yards.
This kid's got a foot. we've been watching him the past, the first three scoring drives. He's got a big foot. Birch is going to pass.
He's got a man open. That was number 9 was the receiver, Landon Marie. Well, now we're well within his field goal range.
Yeah, well within his field goal range.
So the ball at about the 13-yard line. And I think Coach Parker said, well, you know what, maybe we'll take 7 instead of 3.
Another score update for you real quick. Taylor up on Wyoming 13 to 7, right?
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Well, Birch was hit hard by Mason defense. They came in and he got sacked all the way back to the 30.
He didn't go down the first time. Here, let's look at this again. He avoids the sack there, but then 5 more Mason Comets come in, and they are there ready to go.
You know what? He should have maybe gone down the first time because he lost about another 5 yards.
He lost about another 5.
By scrambling him a little bit more. Now that ball is back at the 29-yard line. If you had a field goal now, it would be 46 yards.
So we're almost right back to where we started.
Right.
Well, we have a timeout, Princeton.
Coach Parker going to talk it over. I believe that's their first timeout, so they should have 2 more left.
It is their first timeout of the game. Try to get an update on the official down there on the sideline. He looks like he's getting his leg worked out. Some of the tape has been removed.
Well, I don't think he's going to be coming back in. But like I said, we do have 5 officials on the field. So we got a full complement of officials right now, as it would normally be. Like I said, 6 officials optional this year. Next year will be required. Play action. Birch finding one of his running backs. That's number 12, David Fields Jr., sophomore. So that gives him a few more yards. Now the clock is stopped at 24 seconds ago. Spotted at about 26-yard line.
He was able to get out of bounds.
So we're looking at 43 yards now. Actually, the ball to 25 where it is. 3rd down. I think if they don't get it this time, I think they're going to try for the points. There's a pass, a long pass down there. Man open down there.
No good.
No good. Now, let's see. The
Vikings wanted a pass interference there.
Cole Kimball coming out on the field right now.
Here's a look at that previous play. Nice pass that Birch got leveled there in the backfield. No flag on the play. Vikings 1-1. And here is Cole Kimball. He's out there.
42 yards.
All right, Bill. You think he's going to make it?
Well, he has no wind to worry about, I don't think. I don't see any flags or anything flying, so
nope,
let's see what happens. Tell you in a minute. He's long enough. And it is good from 42 yards. You hit it on the nose. He can kick the ball. We got 2 good field goal kickers here.
42 yards. That is one good foot, man. I don't know. I couldn't do that. That's just not me. Princeton takes 3 there, 24-0.
His longest coming in was 32 yards, so he just upped that by another 10 there for that one.
Yeah, he just broke that one. Good job, Cole Kimball. Able to take his field goal, his long field goal, and make it into 42 instead of 32.
Well, the thing about it is he also ran that clock down to 11 seconds. So I can see Kimball right now on the kickoff doing a little squib kick here. He's not going to wanting to kick it deep. Keep it on the ground. Keep that clock running. Vikings go into the locker room with a 24-point lead.
And here we go, set for the kickoff.
11 seconds left.
Now he does kick it deep.
Way deep.
Picked up by Dunn, and he's taken down at about the 15-yard line. 7 seconds left on the clock. That clock will start moving as soon as they get the down markers set up. We got a drone over the field right now. Not sure if there's some stadiums they will not allow drones in the stadium, but we got one up over the goalpost up near the scoreboard.
Must be a if it's it must be a Princeton drone as we get a look at it.
We're
getting a look at the I do have another update. I like my updates.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second here.
Timeout.
He's going to take a knee. That's it.
He takes a knee.
24-0. The Vikings go in the locker room with the lead, and they're going to get the ball coming back. And what is your update?
Quick update before we head to break. Anderson 21, Kings 0. Second quarter. Lakota West up 27-0 on Middletown. Second quarter. 1:28 left to go there, and Moeller and St. X, it's 21-28. 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Me and Bill will be back here for a halftime briefing here in moments here on ICRC-TV.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere, and just growing up the way I grew up, and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5.
Okay.
Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
911, where's your emergency?
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
First item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Princeton mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the tent. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Ann Arbor ties the score.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5.
Okay.
Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Princeton mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the tent. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Ann Arbor ties the score.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Princeton mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Merriman. From the top of the key. Anna Harper ties the score.
Welcome back to Princeton High School. Bill Bretz alongside myself, Logan Dyer. Sorry, I actually took your intro back. I'm sorry.
I'm not alongside myself then.
Yes, well,
I'm getting really confused now.
little game recap here for you. D'Angelo Birch with a pitch to Antonio Hunter for a 9-yard touchdown, and then the second touchdown for the big boy, Kerry Williams, which in fact he did not get a yard.
He did not get a yard. It's your yard.
A little celebration there on the sideline. Touchdown number 3 for number 5, T. Brown Freeman. 28-yard pass from D'Angelo Birch. Cole Kimball with the kick. Another good play here, the interception. And then Cole Kimball with the kick. And it looked good, man. That kick looked great.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it landed up in the stands there.
It did.
So it could have another 5 or 6 yards. And I think so. I circled a couple of things here, but I think it's kind of interesting. The Vikings, 11, 3 and first downs, 214 yards to 48 total yards. But the interesting little stat down there, look at possession time. Mason holds possession time right now, 13 minutes, 25 seconds.
I talked about this previously. They had possession time against Hamilton last week, 25 minutes and 25 seconds. They've held the possession. They just can't get anything going offensively. They've got to get something going real quick in the second half.
Absolutely. You know, we said earlier they've never been GMC champions in football. Mm-hmm. They've been runner-up 4 times. This team, Mason, came over in 2007 to the GMC. They were in the FAVC for many years. They were a charter member of the FAVC from 1965 to 2007. But since they've been in the GMC, they have won the All-Sports Trophy every year that they have been in the GMC. I mean, they obviously don't dominate football, but they do dominate some other sports in here. And there is, I'm right off the bat, I mean, track and field, cross country, they're very, very strong in those events too. But they have dominated other events throughout the years. So, but it's interesting that they've had and they've had this is the third. They're trying for their third year of at least 500 ball, but. I don't know. It's interesting that they've never won a football title. And of course, you said to GM, as far as Princeton goes, 28 titles.
28
over the years, 19 in a row. Of course, most of those won by Pat Mancuso when he was coach here. And I think, Coach Andre Parker, great job last year. They were 12-1 last year. They were 9-0, and that's their first league championship since 2003. So over 20 years, he's brought back a league championship. Of course, the last 20 years, the team that dominated this league for so many years was Coleraine. And,
Coleraine was one of the huge teams that had dominated the league.
Tom Bolden was the coach over there.
Yep.
He
now
went over to
Lakota
West, and look who's dominating the league now in the last couple of years, Lakota West.
Yep, they are. Lakota West. Tom Bolden's a good coach. I've had a chance to talk with him once. And I would love to get to talk to him again, kind of sit down with him and get a little chat with him. We were at Marymount last week. I was able to talk to head coach John Rodenberg from the Indian Hill Braves. I also talked to Delvin. I forgot his last name. Star running back and number one recruit. Our number one prospect in Ohio 2027 baseball.
Oh, really?
So number one in his class in the entire state of Ohio. But we're here this week at Princeton and at Jake Sweeney Auto Mall Stadium, as you said, Pat Mancuso Field. So thank you for correcting me. I appreciate it.
No, it's not correcting. It is Jake Sweeney's name, Pat Mancuso Field. And like I said, usually the coach is here. He is under the weather a little bit, so he's not here. He was here 3 or 4 weeks ago when the Moeller came here. They renewed that rivalry after 16 years.
That was a good game. I actually looked at that. I looked at the stats for that game as well. Moeller handed Princeton their first loss of the season.
Well,
and they haven't lost since.
Pat Mancuso and Jerry Faust were the honorary captains of that game. Of course, Jerry Faust, a longtime legendary coach. Of the rivalry between those two schools over the years, regular season rivalry, that rivals anything in Cincinnati over the years between Moeller and Princeton. And Princeton, they've won three state championships under Coach Mancuso, and Moeller has won a few state championships under Coach Faust. And before that time, it was basically Northeast Ohio was dominating football up there. Massillons, McKinley, those teams up there, that's where you were thinking football was. And I think between Coach Mancuso and Coach Faust, they kind of had people all of a sudden looking down at Southwest Ohio for football powerhouses, and both of them have their powerhouses over the years. Pat Mancuso never had a losing record.
Never had a losing record. Wow.
1960 and 1997. 305 wins here, 328. I think he's 11th overall in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
And coaching. And
I think I'm going to have to make my way back to a Princeton game so I can have.
Great guy. He really is.
You said he was going to be here tonight, but he's feeling under the weather.
Yeah, he's a little under the weather.
You were going to chat with him at halftime.
Yeah,
for our halftime show.
I was going to chat with him, and but he's a little under the weather. So, Coach, if you're listening to the game right now, you might be here because your Vikings are up 24-0 here, and you're probably pretty happy right now. But, Coach, we hope you feel better. Hope you're back here and watching the Vikings for the rest of the season. As you said, they dropped that first game to Moeller, but they've come on now. And so it's going to be interesting to see how this season pans out. They beat Lakota West, and they beat Lakota East.
We're halfway through the season now. The halfway point. So.
They got to beat Middletown, and right now Middletown's, last time you checked, was getting trounced there by.
Yeah, they're down. They were down 27-0 last time I checked. We'll have another score update around the league. I'll try to get a couple other games. Some of the games that we picked previously or during the kickoff show, we'll try to get some of those out I was just scrolling through one of the Twitter accounts that I found that was able to find some scores. So we'll work on that, and we'll have that hopefully within the next couple, within the third quarter. But unless you have anything else to add, I think we're going to take it back to another break.
Let's go to another break. Sounds
all right.
Good.
Bill Bretz and myself, Logan Dyer, will be back after the half here at Princeton High School. You're looking at the cheerleading squad out there on the field.
Well, combined 7th through 12th grade bands.
There you go. We'll be back after these short messages.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up, and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5.
Okay.
Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Princeton mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Ann Arbor ties the score.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Princeton mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Princeton mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Where's your emergency?
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel just life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Okay, and we're back, and look at there is the Princeton High School band coming off field. And they did, you don't see them there right now, but they had the 7th and 8th grade band out there, which I think is so cool, having all the bands coming out. I'm an old band person here when I was in high school, so it's nice having a band out there in the field. And the Vikings are feeling pretty good right now. They're going to get the ball to start this third quarter, and they're up 24-0. A couple other little stats here. D'Angelo Birch is 11 for 13 for 130 yards. He did throw a touchdown pass. He did have an interception early on in the game, and Mason couldn't do anything after that interception. And Landon Myrie has 4 catches for 49 yards. He's leading all receivers right now. So the Vikings trying to look for their fourth win of the season and their 4th one in the GMC. Trying to keep that streak going. That would be if they win tonight, it'll be 13 in a row in the GMC over the last few years.
I did have a side chat with the officials.
Oh yeah, update on
Mr. Einsfield. He is on his way to a local medical facility to get checked out. It looks like he may have torn a tendon, one of those non-contact injuries that we talked so much about.
For athletes.
For athletes, right?
Not for your officials usually.
So all the prayers up to Mr. Einsfield. We hope you we hope you have a speedy recovery, and we'll hope to see you back here on the field soon. as we get set for.
And we're thinking right now that David Stout, the umpire, has probably taken over now as the referee. As the Comets are ready to kick it off here in quarter number 3.
You ready for the second half?
Let's get it on.
All right, let's go.
And the Vikings, like I said, they're up 24-0, although that Mason crew over there on the other side of the field are pretty excited right now, so we'll see what happens. That's a deep kick in the end zone.
That wasn't an end-over-end kick. That was a spiral kick.
Right into the end zone. So the ball comes out to the 25-yard line. That's where the Vikings will get going here in quarter number 3. Head coach Andrew Parker. As we said, he was very successful over Winton Woods. I believe he led that program. I know I have my stats at home on that. But I believe he led the Winton Woods program to a state championship while he was there. And then he's come over here at Princeton last few years and done a remarkable job over here so far. Gave the Vikings their first league championship last year in over 20 years. The give is to the number 0. That's Hamrick, the junior running back. That's a number you don't see very often in football, do you? 0. Number 0. You see it sometimes in basketball, but
sometimes you see a double 0.
Yeah.
That was Hamrick on the carry for about 9 yards.
9 yards. And see what they got a second and short. Passes to number 4, and he has gone off to the races. That is to Sheldon Hibbert. He did not get any catches at all the first half. That's a big one right now. It's about 20-plus yards. The move the sticks to start this quarter. He's coming off the field. He's got, I think, got a cramp down there right now. He just fell down on the sideline. He was cramping up real bad. He was
there for a minute. I thought he was celebrating.
And he was telling the coaches, "Get me out of here."
I thought he was celebrating there for a minute, and I thought, okay, never mind.
There's the pitch, is to Brown Freeman, and he gets about 8-9 yards on that play.
Nice little run there to the far side of the field.
I'm just really impressed how the Vikings are doing so well on the first down plays. 2nd and 2. I think Hibbett's back on the ball. Yeah, he's back there. He's lined up wide out on this side. Shook that off very quickly. And we're going to have a flag here. We had too many men in motion here for the Vikings, so they'll be back 5 yards.
We'll give you a little out of sport, out of high school matchup score update. The Reds are up 8-1, by the way, on the Pirates.
The Reds?
The Reds.
The Reds?
The Cincinnati
Oh,
Reds.
that's Reds.
Downtown.
Oh, yeah, the Reds. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're up 8-1. Tyler Stevenson's on a cycle watch.
Oh, yeah?
He's got a homer, a double, and a triple.
Oh.
He's got a homer, a double, and a single. He needs a triple.
He's tripling. He's had a few of them this year.
He has, yes. Get a deep ball to right field. He might actually. It's got to take a little quorum now.
Go Reds.
That's right. I always like to give a little update when we're.
There you go. Well,
Kyle do.
What the good thing is, the team in red is winning so far in this one tonight.
That's right.
Play action over the middle, nice pass, and that is the Antonio Hunter. He's off to the races. Hunter, 10, 5, and out at about the 1 yard line.
Nice little catch, and yards after catch is what we talk about. We talk about yards after catch, yards after run. Look at this one. He's got the yards after catch and more all the way down to the 1 yard line. Able to find a hole. Shake off number 4, the defender for the Comets.
And we got a penalty flag coming up here. We got a touchdown.
It's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on number 0 there.
I think Hamrick got the touchdown and got the penalty. Hamrick, that's his second touchdown of the season. A little bit too much celebration down there. Now they'll probably assess this on the kickoff.
Yep, unsportsmanlike conduct. He stepped over him. Not allowed to do that in the high school. The touchdown does count. They're going to assess the penalty at for the kickoff.
So 9:46 to go here in the third quarter. Princeton is up 30-0. Now with this extra point right here, we could be going to the running clock.
31 is the running clock.
I believe it's 30.
30.
Cole Kimball kicked that 42-yard field goal the end of the first half. Chip shot now for his extra point. Kick is up. Boy, he kicks it as about as high as I've ever seen a kicker kick a ball. He kicks it actually over the goalpost, top of the goalpost.
Yep.
So PAT is good. 31-0. Now let's see if they will talk to if they're going to do this, they should talk to the coaches, I think. And let them know what the officials are huddling down here at the goal line. I think that's probably what they're discussing right now. Is they didn't put the point up there, board. He did get it, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Okay, they didn't.
To my knowledge.
Oh, they signaled no good. It was high. Sometimes it kicks it too high. He might. So PAT is no good, 30-0. But let's see if they are going to go with the running clock. I think they should right now. It's 9:46 to go. There's our drone is up there right now. They must have permission to do that drone out there.
Yeah, we
because like I said, sometimes it's not allowed.
We don't. I work for the Reds doing the security down at the ballpark. We don't allow drones over the stadium. So.
Okay. Well, we understand that they might be allowed to have drones. We're going to look that up. We're going to look that up this week.
I'm not going to quote our producer, but.
We might. Now that kickoff, he's kicking off from the 25-yard line. There's where the 15-yarder was assessed for the unsportsmanlike. I'll have to look this up this week, see if that is a definite rule. It's picked up by Dunn. He picks up over the 35 up to about 37, driven back a little bit far, but it's got him up to about 37, 38-yard line. Now I know this because I'm a track and field official and worked a state meet this year. We had a drone. Somebody brought in a drone at state meet. They stopped the meet and would not resume the meet until the drone was gone. So that I know that for track and field, at least at the state championship level. All right. Let's see if we are, and we're going to check and see if we do have a running clock going. I think we do right now.
The Comets have got to get something going offensively, but that is nothing. They got nowhere with that one.
Amos Abasani with the carry. He picks up about 2 yards. There's your difference in the game right now, Logan. Is you look what their gain is on first yard downs and look what Princeton has been doing. And that's the tell of the tape right there.
That's the tell of the tape, yes. Mason's not able to get more than 3 or 4 yards on the first down on the first play of the drive. And then Princeton's over here, they've got 9 yards. They've even got first downs on the first drive.
And they're not going to get much on that one. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. The Princeton defense smothers them down. 3rd down and long. We're under 8 minutes here in the third quarter.
Princeton defense has stepped up tremendously and able to get things going there.
Well, they only held him about 40 yards offense first half. Not much this half. Here's a pass, is no good, and just all different kinds of pressure put on to the quarterback.
That's going to bring up a fourth down.
Fourth down.
And the punting crew will come back onto the field.
And Antonio Hunter, who's been the busiest man, I think, down there in the field tonight, is back at about his 37-yard line to receive this punt. Punt, it's a short one. Does get a Mason roll, though. Inside the 30, down to about the 28. The ball hit around the 40 and then rolled about another 12 yards. So that's where the Vikings start here. I think as soon as they get those markers reset on the sideline for the downs, I think the clock will start. And right now, I think Logan D'Angelo Birch would be very satisfied to just put this ball on the ground.
Yeah, I think he would be satisfied to keep the ball on the ground and not get it in the air and possible interceptions thrown over, to the Mason Comets. We're going to get a couple of shout-outs here first for our camera operators. Benzi Vargas, Daniel Smith, Devin Webb, and Eric Johan down on the field. Johan's done a really good job with us down there with the handheld camera. And then we'll continue on with the shout-outs up. Oh, dropped.
Dropped, and Mason recovers. I think Dunn with the recovery. No, that's not Dunn. That's 0 at Preston Estestana. He's the one who got the interception.
He's the one who got the interception. So he's got a fumble recovery and an interception tonight.
Well,
Mason picks up on the fumble there, and they're able to get. They've got good field position.
Now, here's what the deal is. Now, the clock is running right now. If they score, we go back to a regular clock. If they don't score, we're out of here early. So the ball on the 25-yard line.
So back to our crew. Technical director Trey Capo. Graphics Adam Simpson. Producer and replay Dean Lowry, and our producer and director Mr. Will Matthews.
The Will and Dean show again on the road, and another great job for those guys this week. Thank you so much, guys. Do such a great job setting up, and our great crew out here. That was Kaiser Wilhelm, by the way, with the carry. Our great volunteer crew. If you ever want to volunteer, please get in touch with people at ICRC-TV. We're always looking for volunteers. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy it out here. Have a lot of fun. I've done it. I mean, I've had so much fun. I've been doing it for 43 years now. I've had so much fun.
43 years, and you actually call games by yourself.
Yeah, I do a lot.
You're on your own. You're solo.
Yeah, I do a lot of them on my own.
I am lucky to be able to call a game alongside the legendary Bill Bretz. I've heard so much about Mr. Bretz, as there is a direct snap.
And that was the Wilhelm. It was a direct snap to him, and then he tried to pass, and the pass was no good.
So that brings up third down.
I'm getting a lot of pressure in this legendary stuff here, though, tonight, I'm not sure about that. So,
well, you've been doing this for 43 years.
I've had a lot of great people I've worked with over the years. So I've had a lot of fun, a lot of people I've worked with, and a lot of producers and directors over the years. And, a lot of the people here at ICRC, and they've gone on to bigger things, bigger and better things. Our own Jason Dudley does a lot of work on the national level. So he's the main man there at ICRC. That's to give it to
number 5.
Anasani. He bowls his way forward about 5 or 6 yards.
I think they're going to take the points here.
Oh, yeah, fourth down. You're down 30-0. Go for it. It's 4th and about 8. But, your turnaround of yards would only be about 4 or 5 yards, so go for it. And they are spotting the ball at the 22 right now. They have to get down to the 15, so it's 4th and 7. Princeton showing blitz right now. And that fall is short, and I think the blitz was coming right there because he did not have time to throw that. The Vikings take over on downs.
And we continue with the running clock.
Yes. Now the clock will, well, now it's starting. I said the clock always will stop when they change the down markers, but they quickly changed that, so the clock is running right now. We're down at 2:30 to go here in the third quarter. Princeton looking to move to 4-0 in the GMC. They have their upcoming schedule right now. The Princeton, they'll be at Hamilton next week. Then they'll have 2 home games, Oak Hills and Fairfield. Then at Middletown. That'll be an interesting one, and they'll finish the season with Coleraine. I say right now, Logan, they have a pretty winnable season looking ahead of them.
They do indeed. They can look to go 10-0 or, well, last year, like I said, 10-0 during the regular season. They can go. They go
9-1 and then 9-0 in the GMC. So
yep.
Right now, I believe. Let's see. I have my Harbin ratings down here earlier. Right now in the Harbins, Princeton is 4th in the Harbins, and Mason is 13. Of course, they take 16 teams to the playoffs.
So Mason would make it in.
And just about everybody makes the playoffs anymore. Football. That's a long pass, and that is caught. What a reception.
And that was contested against number 16.
Number 16, Ryan O'Brien, a junior wide receiver. Tremendous catch. You can see the throw again. Whoops, not seeing that.
That was the
previous play.
Hold on. That was actually contested against our main receiver, our main corner there, Wilhelm. We're going to take a look after this play at that previous pass. A little shuffle pass.
There's a little shovel pass. That's the number 9. That's Landon Myrie. Myrie goes forward here. That there's no flags in the field. It's another first down. Here it comes.
Birch is able to he loaded it up, and then 16. You know, he's right there. Good catch. Was able to moss over. There's a shovel pass.
That's a Myrie. D'Angelo Birch has an arm. First down. Passes his man in the backfield. That's the number 5, Brown Freeman, coming out of the backfield. That's his little safety valve. And he might have got back to the line of scrimmage. But you know what, Logan, right now, we are within field goal range.
We are indeed. All right, we're going to step out. We'll be back for the fourth quarter next on ICRC-TV.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Princeton mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Ann Arbor ties the score.
We're back here at Princeton High School at the last touchdown that we saw last quarter. That was the defining moment that sent us to the running clock that we are currently still running. And 12 minutes left to go in this game, Bill. It looks like Princeton's going to move on to 4-0 in the GMC. They're going to move on to 4-1 in overall.
So Mason's team's got some work to
talking off the air that their offense needs to step it up. They've only scored so many, 3 points last week and a couple the week before. I mean, they need to step it up.
And we got a penalty flag coming down as Birch goes down. We might have a hold. Yes, we do have a hold on the Vikings.
The flag is against the Vikings, holding against the Vikings.
Stats brought in here by the courtesy of the folks next door. Well, not next door, but the next door after that. Here we go, right here.
Our stat people.
Statisticians on the
353 total yards now for the Vikings, 46 total yards for the Comets.
The offense has been quiet for Mason.
Mason still holds the lead in minutes of possession. The Vikings is very quick hit offense here.
15 first downs for the Vikings, only 3 for the Comets.
We got a hold.
So
did he signal a chop block too on that one?
I think so. I think he signaled a hold and a chop block. So 2 flags.
Yeah, 2 flags.
It was holding. The flag was against the Vikings, holding and intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding.
There you go.
So
all right, that makes sense.
Intentional grounding called on Mr. Birch.
So it's set up third and a whole bunch of real estate right there. They're at the 29-yard line. They got to get down to the 11 to get a first down.
It's 3rd and 21.
So they're basically taking Mr. Kimball out of field goal range. Although he might try it. Might try it.
He might.
What do they got to lose right now?
Right. Yeah.
There's Birch with the pass, and is it picked off?
It is.
It is picked off.
At the 1. Picked off by number 17 rather, excuse me.
Number 17, that would be Ryan Davis, senior.
We're going to get another look at that.
So that's a second time tonight and the third time this season that D'Angelo Birch has been picked off.
Birch. A little shove there at the end, but able to pick it off there at the 1-yard line. So Mason's going to have to go 99 yards.
I was going to say, the good news is the intercepting him. The bad news is they're at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, they got to go 99 yards.
So 99 yards with a running clock.
Yes.
We'll see what happens. Chef's right at the goal line. His running back's in the end zone. Oh, he gets some good.
You got a good momentum there.
Good momentum, yeah.
Able to make
That's actually number 25. That's Gavin McDaniel.
Backup running back for the Comets, or for the Comets rather.
He's a senior. He got him a little bit of running room out there. Actually got a first down out to about the 12-yard line.
That's their 4th first down of the game. First time that they've picked up a first down on the first play of the drive.
Gavin stays in. This time the Vikings say, nope, not going to get that 12 yards. He maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. He had 12-yard rushing average and went to 6 in one play.
And that is how the average falls, right there.
Oh, they gave him a yard.
Okay, so
they gave him a yard, so 13.
6.2.
6.5. There you go. Daniel stays in the game.
High snap. We're going to stay on the ground game there.
He gets it out to about the 15-yard line.
Clock continuing to run here at Princeton High School. Here's a look at that again. The high snap there, able to get it a couple yards there, not too many. He only got a couple. He got about 2 yards on that one.
I'm thinking we're seeing some different personnel here on the Viking defense as Coach Parker's maybe getting a look at some of those JV players.
And I'll have, if the score holds up, of course, which crazier things have happened. 30-0. I should have a post-game interview with Coach Park and possibly D'Angelo Birch after the game. Now, that'll be on social media, Twitter, Facebook, maybe Instagram as well, so be on the lookout for that. As this was a pass that was intended for number 10. That would be Brendan Dunn, right?
There's a penalty on the play, though. And the penalty is on the Vikings.
It's going to be pass interference on the Vikings. It's going to be a first down for the Comets.
Wow.
Once we get a look at it again here. Yeah, he got there early.
Yep.
That's too early. It looks like the Bengals play.
And the give is Anasani. Timmy Anasani gets about, now that time they picked up about 6 yards.
Had they been doing that all night,
we might have
probably be a different ball game.
Yeah, a whole different ball game here. 5:55 to go in this ball game. Vikings comfortably out in front, 30-0. Trying to look at that defense right now. This is where the defense guys really say, man, we really got to buckle down here because they love the defense, love to pitch those shutouts.
Yep.
You don't see them that often in high school football. That's a long pass down, and that is good. That's the C.J. Kastner. And Kastner down to the 1 yard line. No penalty flags.
So a drive that started at the 1 is going to end near the 1.
You would have never dreamed that, right? That's unbelievable.
Here's a look at it again. Steps up in the pocket and just launches one.
Here it is. If they score, we go back to a regular clock. We're down to 5 minutes right now. The ball at the 2 yard line. I just said that. I'm sorry, defense. I must have jinxed you on that. Let's see if the Princeton defense can hold now. They got their work cut out for them. Anasani with the ball. He did not get it. Looked like he might have picked up a yard.
Touchdown.
Oh, he is in end zone. Okay, he picks up the 2 yards.
That is a touchdown for the Comets. Adesanya in for the Comets.
It's his third touchdown of the year.
Third touchdown of the year, yep.
And that comes with 4:30 to go in the game. Mason has her first score of the game night.
And we are back to a regular clock.
Yep. Well, we get to see Max Gogol. Not on a field goal, but on an extra point. Dunn's a holder. And he can drill it.
He drilled it.
Yeah.
But we have a flag. False start.
No, false start.
On Mason.
So he's going to have to drill it from a little further out.
Back him up 5 yards. That's fine.
Should not be a problem for him. He got a 42-yard. He got a 42-yarder last week.
Here's a look. Here's a look at the touchdown. There was a fumble on the play. So the touchdown actually goes to number 58. We need to note that down.
58 got the touchdown, and that would be Noah Downers.
Is that another offensive line?
That's another offensive lineman. My gosh. Might not see that more than once in a season. We've seen it twice tonight.
The offensive line is scoring tonight. That kick is up, and it is.
About as far as the other one. So deep into the thing. But, okay, so we're going to give it a number 58. 58.
So the assistant coach from Mason said, and I quote, he is a dog. Well, he is a dog tonight. He does drill an extra point, and we are 7. And here's another look at the touchdown again.
All right, let's see where the fumble comes.
The fumble comes around the 1 yard line.
All right, see, I thought he was down right there.
The ball squeezed out. And
but the ball squeezed out, and there it was.
And it just a piece of candy. He picks it up, takes it in. So 2 offensive line touchdowns. I'm going to actually put that on social media because that is something that you, like you said, never really see.
No.
On any given day. Even in pro sports, you don't see an offensive line touchdown.
No, you don't see it that often. So I think Corey Williams and Noah Downer should get together at the end of the game tonight. Do a little celebration here.
That's right.
Give those O-line credit there. You know, he used to score a couple of touchdowns for the Bengals years ago. You know, you may not, well, I remember this very well, but Anthony Munoz scored 2 or 3 touchdowns over the years for the Bengals on the lineman eligible play.
See if I can get some up.
Mulligan now going to kick off. He has not stepped back very far. He must have had really kind of leg. Look at, well, and I think they recovered it. Yes.
They did indeed. So a little score update here. Moeller 42, St. X 24. They're in the third quarter. Anderson's up 34-0 on Kings. Here's a look at the on.
Alex Brown. Alex Brown picks it up for the Comets.
Alex Brown, right place, right time.
Yeah. And they got good field position too. So go ahead with the scores here. Moeller still winning?
Moeller's still up, 42-24.
Oh, okay.
Anderson's up 34-0.
That's a big game. Kings got a good team.
The Yellow Jackets are still up on. Wyoming's up 21-19 in Cleves.
Ooh.
Wyoming is driving and only 7 yards away from pay dirt again. So.
Well, that's not too surprising. Cowboys, even on an off year, are good. They don't rebuild over there. They just reload.
Lakota West 41, Middletown 7.
There's another game in right now. We got a penalty flag coming up on this play. This pass was completed to Jamian Martin.
Elders up 14-7 on Louisville St. X. Over in Kentucky, Campbell County's up on Newcath 22-14 as we get a look here at the sweep out pass to the right side.
Well, how many chop blocks we've had tonight?
That's 2. 2 chop
Almost
blocks.
as many as offensive touchdowns. That's on Mason, so that's going to take the Comets all the way back to the 42-yard line.
LaSalle and Withrow were tied. This was almost an hour ago. They were tied at 14. Not sure exactly what their score is right now. I'll try to get an update.
Trips to the left. The give is to the Anasani. Timmy Anasani picks up about 5 or 6 yards.
Derek Jeffries, second down for the Comets.
Now they're picking up a fair amount of yards here. Well, they got so far back on that play. I'm at 5 or 6 yards on that play. But
LaSalle is up 21-13 over Withrow with 6:19 left to play in the third quarter. That game's close.
You ever been over that stadium, LaSalle Stadium?
I have not.
Well, you talk about a tight stadium. There's hardly any room anywhere in the field. Done with the reception, gets it out to about the 40 or 47-yard line of the Vikings. It's a big old concrete stadium. They got a 6-lane track, but only 5 lanes in the backstretch because they're so small. It's a small area. It's a heck of a way.
Where is LaSalle at?
It's over on North Bend Road.
North Bend, okay.
They and St. X are both on North Bend Road. LaSalle's a little further out. It's a good stadium playing. I mean, I'm sure it's a tough stadium if you're a opponent. Oh, look at this.
Oh, my goodness.
They were rushing. The in rushers were coming in from both sides. 2:38. Now the clock will run because that was a running play, but that was a sure they're going to give it a sack right there. It's a tackle for loss.
We have an upset alert.
Uh-oh.
Possible upset alert with 1 minute left to go in the third quarter. Roger Bacon football is up on New Richmond 21-13.
Ooh.
That's an upset.
We're going to be bringing you the Spartans here in about 3 or 4 weeks here. I believe that game was CHCA. Well, it is 4th down, and They have elected to punt, but I believe there was a timeout call right before the snap.
Oh, that was a
delay a game.
Delay of a game.
Delay a game. Start that all over again.
Let's see.
Hunter back to receive. He's at about the 34-yard line. Plenty of time to kick. But let that one go out of bounds. So the Vikings will get the ball at about the 24-yard line. 1:52 to go in this contest. Princeton comfortably in front right now, looking to go 4-0 in the GMC.
Tight end Eric All Jr. back on the Fairfield sidelines tonight. Fairfield native returns home for a big GMC matchup with Lakota East.
Tight ends had a great game last week for the Bengals.
They did. Lakota East is up 35-10. That was the last score reported 24 minutes ago. That was at the half.
Yeah, I'm not surprised with that.
And
the give is to
by number 14, Andre Adams.
Andre Adams, senior, with the carry. 130. He picks up about 2 yards on that one. 128, 127 to go. They're going to milk that play clock. It's down to 20 now. I'm sure they're going to go all the way down as far as they can go. Mason not going to stop the clock.
Baden defeats Hughes 38-0. That game is officially over due to a running clock. And that's where we stand on most of our games tonight that we picked.
Running clocks.
Running clocks.
There you go. I like that clock that runs. So, all right, there's about 15 seconds difference between the play clock and the real clock. We're down to 45 seconds to go. Princeton basically has to run one more play, and we can call it quits for the night.
To get my outro.
Well, I hope you get a chance to talk to Coach Parker. He's a very, very neat guy to talk to.
We'll rush down there after I give our outro here, and rush down there and grab a word with him, and hopefully Mr. Birch, if I can find a way to get them both outside the locker room there at the same time. But
15 seconds to go. 1 second on the play clock. This will be the last play of the game. And does he break away for a touchdown? Well, that'd be interesting if he broke away for a touchdown.
He almost broke away for a touchdown.
He almost broke away. Clock's running down. The Vikings, well, the clock is running down. The Vikings are going to win 30. Comets. And a big GMC match here tonight is I think Princeton was expected to win this game tonight. And we said they have a very favorable season left here, the last half of the season. They would hope to go 9-0 again. So your comments.
We'll see if they played a really good game offensively, kept the scoring going, and were able to pull away with the victory over the Comets. The Comets, the offense struggled, the defense showed out a little bit, but not able to overcome the Princeton Vikings. So
there you go.
Bill,
good working with you.
If you would like, I would take the outro, if that's all right with you.
That is perfectly fine. It was great working with you.
Of
course. We wish all the luck to Kyle. Hope he gets back here by next time you guys get together. And I'm sorry that I did not come fully prepared tonight to the game, but congratulations to the Vikings on the win.
Yep. 30-7 is our final score here from Princeton. For Bill Bretz, I'm Logan Dyer, and all of our ICRC crew. Good night from Jake Sweeney Automotive Stadium. You've been watching football on ICRC-TV.